This gotta be wrong, or is it right? Somebody let me know something tonight. I got 7 people in here. Let me see. This is Big Gene from Raw Deal, the Labs, Big Night Cooking and Conversation. I guess this is wrong, and it don't want to be right. Hey, I guess I'm in here. Eve, what's good with you? Dow Curb, he was waiting. Young Truth Spitter, who's the first one in here? Oh, Dow Curb. No, right. You're right about that, brother. Salute. The Queen of Lotus. Who else? Young Truth Spitter. Yo, y'all see the thing, man? I want to get in a couple of things, but I want to rehash some things. I did a Grown and Sexy show the other day, and it was about the different ways that people, because somebody say, why are you saying it now? And you started off just putting it up. The different ways that it was about, that show was about, people took it another place, but I was looking for the behaviors, the different behaviors of how you fuck. Some people fuck for love, hate, sex only, breakup, pity sex, makeup sex, drunk sex, buddy sex. Then we got some more from the people out there, you guys out there, and it came jealousy, revenge, competition fuck, the payback fuck, the sorry fuck, the transaction, getting money fuck, you know what I'm saying? And the fatal attraction fuck, and the lend me money fuck. Those are some of the things that we came from the crowd. But hands down, the best one out the whole group that we got was, I think it was it from Reese? No, it wasn't from Reese. It was from No Nonsense. She not probably on here. She probably working, or she probably working right now, or she probably working right now, but we're gonna do a part 2 of that later on this weekend, probably tomorrow night. We're gonna do a part 2, but she said, take one for the team. I said, what team you on? She said she had to take one from the team. Fuck. That means that, like, I'm gonna throw Desi out there. You getting a dude that taking anger management class and medication when your girls them getting the ballers. You out with your girls them and they say, girl, you just gotta take one for the team. And you get the nigga say, yeah, ma, I just came home. You was in college? No. I was in jail. You was in jail? You robbed a bank? You was a drug dealer? And he said, nah, I did something to my girlfriend and her boyfriend. So now I got to take medication with anger management. Oh, okay. I'll be back. Get the hell out of there. Anyway, Tyree Lynch, what's up with you, man? Greenmount Avenue. Alan Jones. Come on, Alan, stop that, man. We don't do that. Alan talking about, shout me out. Wow. No, that was Nicole. But Alan said, shout me out. I think he's... You think my sound is interference from my phone? Let me cut my phones off. I don't need my phones. I cut them off. I'll take what you say, Nicole. Let me cut my phones up. No. Nigga don't even know how to cut his phone off. Hold on, because I got this show I want to do. It's crazy. But I want you to know we're gonna redo that whole show, but a part 2 tomorrow night. Let's get down to the business at hand. Tonight they doing a gala for Big. Marcus Majors, thank you, brother, for that. Let me do it right here. For that super chat. That's a super chat. Thank you, Marcus, for that. Appreciate you. Ice, what up, Rude Dog? They doing a gala for Big tonight. I've never been invited. They never asked me to come or asked me would I buy a ticket. I would have bought a ticket and went with bells on. But there are certain people that may just have me get my money back at the door. But I didn't even know about it. And do I really care? Somewhat. Eve, you know what I mean? You know what? I tried to save this kid's life. And Roger Warner, peace with you, brother. And it feels kind of effed up at this stage of the game that people see the fight that I've done to get the truth out there, to let people know what's going on. And Jerome, if this is StreamYard's doing, I won't be on StreamYard on the next show, because I'm getting a lot of complaints from you guys with that. That might be the key of it. And then people have told some lies, Marcus. You know what I mean, brother? Some people have told some lies, and I brought it to the forefront. But I got a call the other day, and it's regarding the movie the documentary that Discovery Channel did. And the lady was like, yo, Gene. They was in tears about what I was saying and how I said it. And the shit was just real emotional. Yeah. So, you know, Lil Kim is hosting the gala tonight. And one day, when this shit all comes into fruition, they're going to acknowledge that no matter how many lies or what they did or didn't do, this shit right here going to stand tall. Big, and what up with you, boy? The Queen of Lotus. Oh, they did the same thing on your live on YouTube? Yeah, you know, maybe they're just trying to, you know, F the people who's out here giving the real up. So that's why I met Brandon Joseph Love Jesus. Brandon Joseph Love Jesus. Whoa, that's a hell of a name. Harlem for real, what up with you? So now they got this other thing that's going on. The Notorious Big is getting his own Metro card. So y'all jump on that, man, and don't open it up. Save it. You understand? And maybe 50 years from now, it'll be worth something. Or you could just have it, something to commemorate, Big from it, which would be a good thing. Well, they doing his own Metro card next week. Or 2 weeks from now, they said. And you heard the white boy who was saying it, the commissioner, and the dude in transportation, yo, we love doing this for Big, because spreading love is the Brooklyn way. I was like, oh, shit, that was cool. So y'all look out for that Metro card. It's going to be like 3 stations in Brooklyn, probably close by his house, that they're going to do it at. Maybe close by their house, by his house. So that's going to come out, that Metro card. I wanted to say something to y'all. We got right here. I wrote a couple of things down. Oh, and another thing is that we getting a lot of stuff here on YouTube. Somebody said, why they don't put Big on the stamp? I don't know, Leslie. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because he said he sold drugs and he hustled and did all the shit before he became a rapper. And I just got a problem with how the government and people are idolizing, certain rappers and certain people in the music business and the way they do. I got a real problem with it because a lot of guys always say, yo, I had to sell drugs. No, you didn't. I didn't have no money. My people was this, that, and the third. Certain people who never sold drugs came from the same situation. Nigga, I lived next door to you. I was in the same situation. You don't have to. You chose to. So when you got a President Obama shaking hands and bringing Beyonce and Jay-Z to the White House before they bring this scholar from Harvard or this scholar from Howard University or this scholar from Southern State or Grambling, before you bring one of them, you acknowledge who these people are because they can get you votes. They can have people liking you. They can have people liking you. But what does it do to the ideology of our young people? I could sell drugs and be like Jay-Z and be at the White House with the president. Or you could be dead in jail. I could be like Big and I could sell drugs and I could do a rap song and I could get a street named after me. Or you could be dead and in jail. I wonder when Meech come out of jail, what they gonna name after him? Detroit gonna give him a metro, a bus line. They got subways in Detroit. What they gonna do for him? They idolizing the wrong people, and I appreciate their growth. I appreciate from where they came from and what they into now and what they've done. I'm not hating on that. What I'm hating on is the fact that this is what they show our young people. Now, if they did that for them, I don't see them doing this shit. I don't see them doing this shit for the other side. The people who go to school, the people who take up a trade, the people who fought and for the country and did positive things in their life. See, what kills me is that, and I know I'm jumping off the subject because this is supposed to be about the Big and the Lil Kim gala tonight that I wasn't invited to. Whiskey the Don, what's up? That I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get an opportunity to buy a ticket. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna have to call me a doctor. Make me feel good. Now watch somebody call me up or watch somebody say something about that. I'm gonna keep. Oh my God, I'm petty. I'm real petty. Yes. Okay. What's that? Yeah, that's what it is right now. Kenneth, that's one of the smartest things there, and they took that away. And I'm gonna tell you why they took that away, Kenneth. I'm gonna leave that up until I tell you why they took that away. All right. Q Rock, what up with you, boy? So now, if they brought both of them together and gave the rappers and everything like that, the same thing they gave the scholars and the black inventors, you know, the people who, you know, who brought up inventions and the people who wrote great literature and all that stuff like that, if they did the same thing and paid them the same honors and put them on the same pedestal, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But they always seem to put it on a pedestal of somebody who said, yo, I sold drugs and, you know, I robbed, killed, and I did this in life, you know, but now I changed. And say that these are the people who that you want to, and you want your family to idolize and everything. That you want our kids to idolize. But in fact, I don't think most of these guys have a right to even come and talk about their stories and tell somebody what they did and how they did it and everything like that. And the reason I'm saying that, because I don't want to learn from a nigga that did wrong. I don't need to learn from you. I want to learn from the nigga who did right. I want to learn from the one who stayed out of trouble. I want to learn from the guy who did it the right way. I want to take his path. I don't need to know that other guy's path. Okay, you went to jail. So what? You got caught. That's what it means to me. I want to learn from the guy who set up a path through all that shit you know what I'm saying, who probably starved, who probably had to eat at his friend's house, who probably had to pack grocery bags. He probably had to work around the house or working for somebody else to do something to bring a little money in the house. And if he could do it, I could do it. I hate when people come and talk about, yo, man, you know, because I sold drugs and because I was in jail, that you have a right to teach somebody. No, you don't. And I'm not knocking what you're doing. And if you reach somebody based on that atmosphere and based on how you're doing it, that's fine and good. Miss Mathis, you're true with that. But I got to go back to this guy because before I get on that, Miss Mathis, I got to get to Kenneth. Kenneth, I really think they need to bring back trades and computers in public schools and generations fathers taught us how to build and generation fathers don't. And this generation fathers don't. See, what happens is this. They had trade schools and public schools. They had trade schools at the high school education level, and people used to come right out of high school and go right into working jobs. They could do welding. You understand? They could work on automobiles. They could do refrigerations. They could do all those things that those trades and those big companies needed. So they was coming out with a trade thing that could feed their families for the rest of their life. They can go out of those high school and go directly to those factories. That was part of the government to take that away from us. All this shit is a plan of action, man, that people don't catch. All this YouTube stuff that, you know, you got anybody come on here telling their story. This is a plan of action, y'all. Because they know most of y'all gonna go for the riffraff. Most of y'all gonna go to the guys who talking the crazy talking the crazy shit. But that's fine, that's your choice. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with somebody saying, but they have the right to do something because of their experiences. No, you're not teaching minds. Because people may look at you and say, well, if he could do it that way, I could do it that way too and get my life together. He may not have that chance. But some kids look at it that way. Yo, listen to me. I work for the Department of Juvenile Justice. I work for BCW, the Bureau of Child Welfare. I work for YCS, Youth Consultant Services in Newark, New Jersey. You understand? I was a New York State parole officer for 27 years. I worked for Elite Investigations. I worked at Sue's Rendezvous. You understand? I can name about 50 stars that I bodyguard, and I can name about 4 or 5 of them that I did personal shit for and with for years. Do I have a right to tell my story? Yeah, if I choose to. I'm not saying they don't have a right to tell theirs, but I got a wealth of experiences. I done talked to 60 to 120 parolees for the last 20-something years, and I've helped them with their families. I've helped them with their situations and went beyond and above the duties and a whole lot of them. Yes, so Miss Matthew, everyone's life is a testimony, true. We can learn from others' mistakes, too. Not just their victories, any story that can serve to prevent needless horrors. That's a fact, mama. But a lot of these guys, they sit here and they still glorify what they did back in the day. They glorified in a way where a kid might say, well, maybe I have a chance to do something like that too. And a lot of these guys, man, let me just tell you something. I don't trust them. I know a lot of them passed. I know how they came up, where they came through, and I wouldn't trust them. Not with mine. I don't trust what they say. They don't even believe what they say because these niggas is flip-floppy, wishy-washy, and y'all done seen it yourself. So give them an opportunity. Keep on giving them a chance. And you'll see what I mean. Judith Royalty Reese. Puff done had snakes with Big Mom ever since day one. That's why she ain't never looked to sue him for his safety. Him and Arista Records was responsible for Big's safety. They was responsible for Big's safety out there. They had him in a hostile situation. You see, they never came up with a lawsuit against them, right? Okay. And that's because people was right, people was right there with them from day one. Young Spitter, what you talking about? What's going to help you? Monique Hill. Monique said her father went to trade school and was a master welder. Yes, that's right. So I'm telling y'all, man. All this is plan and action, man. Me coming here saying my spit is a plan of action. They coming saying what they say. I got guys come on this motherfucker lie about me, say all kind of crazy shit. Don't know me from a can of paint. And wouldn't come near me if they had the opportunity to. Because if you ask anybody who's somebody who was around that they glorify, from the Lou Sims to the Uniques to the Jewel Rutledge, niggas who is straight gangsters, they'll tell you that nigga Gene ain't playing that. I don't care what you think he is or who he was and stuff like that. He don't play those games. And yes, because I consider those guys my family, they family. You understand? We've ate out the same plate together. We've been in the same circles together. I just didn't do what they did. I know how to separate. You don't think no priests, no cops, or nothing was on John Gotti's block? And they had to move in another direction? I didn't choose what they chose. Sorry about that. Marcella, give me purple hearts. Oh, Black Pearl just blew you. No, Marcella. Melissa. Black Pearl. You miss me? Wow. Thank you for missing me. Yeah, but before we can learn African history, we got to learn the history here in America. And I'm talking about the indigenous people. See, that's what people want to do. They want to jump off and always, here goes somebody say, none of these guys on YouTube teach. Yeah, there's guys on here that teach African history. Yeah, what's destroying us if we don't know the history here? There were indigenous people here making history here. And that's what we need to learn first before we go out of America and say Africa. Yes, it came from, and it wasn't even named Africa at the time. It was Asia Minor. When I forgot his brother's name, but was it Mozambique? Was it Mozambique? One of the richest men in the world. When his brother sailed with 2,000 ships, and some of them never even came back because they got to places and say, yo, I like it here. We can start us a new land here. We got all kind of deers, all kind of shit that we could kill up and eat. I'm staying here. I ain't going back to Asia Minor. I ain't going back there. And that's what they did. Thank you, Miss Queen Aries. Dodge J. What the hell is wrong with you, man? You done fell and bumped your head. You look at the logs of, see, that's what people only read certain things. Look at the logs of Columbus. When he said, when he sailed and he saw the huts and everything already here. He saw people of color already on the land. Tony Two Cones, what up, mama? That wasn't the one who called me. I got to get this stuff disconnected from my YouTube. I'm sorry about that, y'all. That's when I'm accepting calls or something, but I'm not accepting any calls. If you want to know what Ms. Wallace think of Puffy, go when they was indoctrinating Big at the Barclays Center and see her face. But of course, they don't want to mess up their cash. So listen, I know I jumped the gun, but I wanted to talk to y'all about that whole thing earlier. And it's been on my mind. It's really been on my mind because the shenanigans that goes on out here. You understand? And I'm not knocking niggas from doing what they do. I'm not knocking men from telling their stories and nothing like that. But know when you tell your stories, kids are looking at you in the same way and saying, if he could do it, I can too. I could fuck up and then straighten up my life. They may be looking at that shit that way. I want them to have another way out and say, there's guys that were starving like you that live next door to you. And they never did none of that shit. And they got it. They got everything they want. They got everything they want. So, Mr. Kemet, there's no archaeological evidence that prove we were indigenous. That's some white dude, y'all, with a sheet on his head. All right. All right. Y'all having another conversation in here. But I'm praying for one thing right now. I want everything to go right. I'm praying for this because I hope the people in Buffalo gain strength. And I heard about the correction officers who did that bullshit. I don't know if y'all know about it. They posted the store up, and they put in every aisle that somebody got murdered in. They put clean up in aisle 7, clean up in aisle 3, clean up in all that, and they made a big joke out of it. One of them was suspended, but all the correction officers who was laughing and joking about that, all those officers are held on the code of conduct. I think that's a little bit against conduct, and they need to do something about that because that's the way they really feel. Another thing I'm looking forward to, let me get this idiot out of our chat right here. Let me get them, because this nigga is stupid and he fell and bumped his head. Go find somebody else to play with, man. Maybe with your mother. I'm petty like that, brother. That's right. Well, the book is finished and we figuring it out, Bouncer. We're figuring out what we want to do in January. We want to do a campaign so it just won't go ghetto-licious. It just don't be around the ghetto that a lot of people can get it. But anyway, idiot boy threw me off. These correction officers was joking about the people that got murdered and everything. And I think they should be suspended. Time should be taken away from them. And they should need to go through some diverse training. If not, some of them lose their job for that. But I see this cat walking through the courtroom, and I just got one wish, and I hope the judge does this for me. Instead of empowering him, Peyton Ginderan, instead of empowering him by putting 5 or 6 white guards around him, no, I don't know Troy Reed's book. Maybe you could talk, Kenny, on another level or something. Would the judge please do this for me? And if you do this, man, I'll do community service work up there in Buffalo. I'll come and I'll talk and I'll deal with the kids. Just please, Judge, please. Instead of surrounding this kid with 6 white correction officers, give him 6 black correction officers to bring them into the courtroom every time, to pick them up and bring them in that courtroom every time. And if you do that, I'll give you a month up there in Buffalo, dealing with the youth, dealing with everybody. I'm telling you, please, Your Honor, let 3 to 6 white, 3 to 6 black correction officers bring him into the courtroom every time he gotta go. That'll really show me that you care. Yo, this has been Big Gene from Raw Deal, Last Big Night Cooking and Conversation. Thank y'all for y'all afternoon, and I either see y'all tonight or definitely tomorrow. We got to do part 2. But let's talk about sex. All right. Devin Shelton out there in Richmond. Salute, brother. Grumpy Buddy. Boogie Brown. Cloud 592. Oh! Does she go, wow, Dr. DaCosta. I see you, Doc. All right. Let me find out. Somebody had you busy early. Working on the doctor. Matthew. Yeah, Miss Matthews, they mind was sick. Heart TV, Tunes TV, salute to you. Fu Manchu, I'm going to be out, Ghost 3. Y'all take care. Peace.